There we go. Oh. Self a nice athletic lime and salt. We're ready to go. All right, so tonight we are trying to figure out Xenazine. I'm going through the process. So we're going through it. So yeah, so essentially got two of these E. coli data orbs. We got our little biolab going here. We need, this is where we are right now, actually copying cultures. So to copy a culture, you need a sterilized petri dish, plasma membrane, stem cells, a data orb, liquid DNA, and a colonial cellular synthesis module. So this is what we need. Sterilized petri dish. So hopefully we can figure this out. Okay, we need this clonal cellular synthesis module, which do I have? Okay, we're gonna pull you out, put you in there, put that in there. So we need a sterilized petri dish. Through it again, a sterilized petri dish, a plasma membrane, a little crowded in here right now. Plasma membrane. Probably gonna do two of these just to have. Need 4 stem cells. Need 2 data orbs. We need 16,000 liters of 16,000 liters of liquid. Okay. Easier to pull it in like this. Okay, little cellular thingy. One of those, one of those, two of those, one of those, and a bunch of that. Okay. One of those, one of those, two of those. And some of that. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, let's clean up my inventory. There's too much crap in here right now. Actually copying culture. Let's see. Finish that. Rotten flesh bacteria culture. Let's just do this. Maybe 10. Wait, what is the chance on that? 33%? Always good to have a few spares. Okay, so let's go back through how we figured that out. We need this detergent powder, which is from Vines. Vines aren't they from thorn vines are in the nether, I think. Thorn vines, maybe. Wrong type of shears, I guess. Oh. Please. On home. Props. Do I have ivy? Do. Get some ivy. Hopefully this will actually. I hope. Yes, it does. Nice. Very nice. Lines out, put the ivy in. Oh, it's detergent powder. Oh yeah, we're gonna have plenty of ivy. Alright, this extraction. sample flask. We need one of our cultures. We need a sample flask. We need a detergent powder. We need ethanol cell. That, and some water. Gives us beta-lactamase. And then we do this. Now we've got that. Don't need that. Oop, oop, oop. We need the PCR. That in there. PCR module. We need one liquid DNA. One liquid DNA. We need one polymerase. We need a data port. Flask with liquid DNA. Yeah. We need that to go there. We need the fluorescent DNA. Which is this. Fluorescent DNA, polymerase, data. There's that. In the biolab, we have storage bus. cell. And we need liquid DNA. Excuse me. This. Then we need the clonal cellular whatever. Guy goes in. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go here. Probably build a bigger clean room. Okay, got my 10 samples. Beta orb. And the same thing for common yeast. Common yeast. Use dough ball for that. Oh boy. Where the fuck is my kitchen? Do I have any dough? Yeah, the great thing is I can just put my name and find out. Fresh water. Gonna put that somewhere? Where? That's a damn good question. Got death. Okay, so now for common yeast, this. Let me get a check. Hey, how's it going? Right, here we go. Not too bad. I'm dicking around with bio labs and the imperial vats to make xenazine. Frigid powder and ethanol. Phenol cell, DNA extraction, detergent powder, petri dish, and a DNA flask. What is xenazine? Oh boy. Be glad you don't know. Hold on a second. I'll show you what it is. So xenazine is all the way in UHV. It is used to make redox polymer, which is for late game stuff. It is to make PCB factory tier 2, and it makes these special optical capacitors. They'll have to eventually, yeah. It's for all circuits beyond UEV. But yeah, I've got to get through this to get it. There's a whole breeding thing that you have to do to get it. It is extremely low probability. We're at 7.5% to get those. It's gonna take a while. Like this requires this takes the wood from Barnard C at 2.5%. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna set this up to kind of go overnight, but yeah, there's a whole line for this, and it's a pain in the dick. But I gotta get through the UV stuff or the UHV stuff to get there. So I'm just going through it right now. But agriculture. Yeah, there's a whole list of shit we gotta go through to get this. Common yeast, data org, all of that. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna put this creates, I need the common yeast one to make this. That requires the thermocycle. Pull that out, place it with that one. Oh boy, all right, DNA sample flask. We need a fluorescent DNA. Oop. polymerase. Yeah, but it's a pain in the dick. It is actually a pain in the dick. Data orb. Okay. Fluorescent DNA, polymerase, that, and it needs liquid DNA, which I have right here. And we've got our data orb. It didn't have anything in it, so we just lost. We gotta redo this. I'm gonna do 2 of these just to see if that will. This is where we start losing DNA extraction module. Everything becomes a chance. It's stupid. Water is water. Try this again. Data orb. DNA sample flask. Fluorescent DNA. DNA sample flask requires. Oh. Yeah. Requires that. Oh, it requires liquid DNA, not. And it requires the PCR thermocouple. So yeah, this is RNG at its best. There we go. Okay, cool. There's the data orb for that. And disk. Decided to go on. Okay, let's clone a few of these. Make sure it works. Oops. And plasma membrane. And stem cells, data orb, and liquid DNA. Sterilized plasma, M cells, data. DNA, oh, it requires a full block of it. Have I given you the data store? Data orb. Got our 12. What's the other one that we needed? First, we need to combine information from the data orbs and get the common yeast plasmid. Plasmid synthesis module. We need the plasmid. How do we make engraven emerald? Into the hive it goes. Okay, so to do that, we need an enzyme solution cell. Which tells me that enzyme solution cell. I gotta wait on that. Comes from E. coli. Yes, E. coli for plastic. Exactly. It's bioplastic, though. Good for the environment or some shit. This takes forever. There's no easy way to make that. Oh, I guess I could add a second bacteria vat. Yeah, actually I could. Or is this the fifth one? Here. You know, that's not the worst idea. Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm gonna build a second one of these. Oh, okay, I can move that forward. How many of these I have? 1, 2, 3, 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23. These cables 48. Okay, I can't go. What do I do for borosilicate glass? That's a good question. What do I do for borosilicate? I do clay smelter, boron dust, and glass dust. Actually, I might need to change that pattern. Turn it into borosilicate glass bars first, right? Yep, that's the recipe. I'm actually going to change that recipe. That could be done in a Zingan. $16K at a time? Sure. Get lots of boron. I get boron from. Let me check to make sure that works. Boop. 14. I'm missing 14,000 sand. What? Is my little pain in the ass thing still running? That's a problem. I poured it all in my sand. That's a problem. Oops. Shit. Macerate sandstone, centrifuge, and stone dust. I think I'm still centrifuging in stone dust. What about pulling in stone dust from? In stone dust. And I'm on a quest. In stone dust. Yeah. I need to export it. That's right. Sorry, boron is from this is from Rock. Hold on, I have to think about this for a minute. This is from mainnet. Mainnet? What? Oh yeah, because this is stuff that I had in storage. Okay, cool. All right, now I have saved. So boron comes from a good question. Boron dust, I think, comes from, oh yeah, my fluorobergerite, whatever, and it comes from chromo, alumio, whatever. It comes from this. So I have void miners running, and I have a salt bead as well, which helps. Oh, yeah. So I've got a bead processing area. I've got a subnet that brings in all the cones, and then it gets processed out. Going so fast, you don't really see it process. It's very fast. But like over here, salt. Yeah. And the boron comes out of that too, I think. How many salt beads do I have? That's a good question. Inventory. I don't think I have that many. One, and it's generating 13 tones, or 22 a second. This is the mega apiary. Once you get this, your life will change. It will definitely change. Did this ever? Mega apiary makes a huge difference. Yeah, it does. Honestly, once you get into industry, it goes up really fast, and then honestly, even genetics is really good to get into. Genetics for B Lab. Hey, I have 2 B Labs. I had 2 B Labs. So the old where is my little tablet? I have a little B tablet that has all of my traits in it. 5K boron dust a week. Yeah, you can scale that up pretty far. Gene pool. There you go. What you want to do is once you're comfortable with there, gene bank. Yeah. Once you start finding get all of the genetics for them, and then you can start going through this. It's actually really good. Once you get everything up and running. It does take a while to do. Oh, lab stand. That's what I wanted. But I was in genetics for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I was in genetics for a while. Now I have all the traits, most of the traits from bees. So all of the when I produce a bee now, I use templates, and so like Labotron bee, ignore day night, uses flowers, blinding speed, shortest lifespan, average territory, humidity and temperature tolerance at 5, and has a fertility of 1. But I've got breeder templates that I use to create all of my bees. And then I have a bunch of leftover princesses as well. But I still use this alveary with all of the maximum stimulators. And honestly, you can use the industrial apiaries as well. They work really well. I had a bunch of these running, and then I just moved them over to the mega apiary. And then I had a bunch of alvearies as well, my base. So your mileage varies. This is the you will have to spam bees. That is a fact of life. It's going to be a fact of life for you for a while. Remind me what age you're in again. You're in like V, HV, IV. EV early, IV, yeah. Um, oop. What are we waiting on? We are waiting on processing. Add sand. Add sand. So we were saying borosilicate. Borosilicate. We're going to produce 16,000. Not a problem. Oop. Creating glass dust, creating sand. There we go. It doesn't take long to do glass dust. Okay. I have a bunch of molten glass that I pull from sand in. Yeah. Yeah, see, that was 16,000 borosilicate just done in a blink. There we go. Okay. Back to the clean. Clean. Oh. Boop, boop. If we get enzyme solution finally. Yeah. There we go. We did get some enzyme. I'm going to pull 2 just to have in stock. Let's see if we can make this plasmoid today. Right, 2. Two of those. 1 data orb, 1 data orb. Plus liquid DNA. Oh, shit. Okay. Cool. We got our plasmoids. And what do I do with this? This is what I do with it. Okay. New transformation module. Well, honestly, you're in a really good spot, all things considered. You're just starting to get into like multi-blocks and processing and all that fun stuff. Right now, this is a slog for me. I mean, to show you like what I'm actually doing. if I were to go into Chrome and show you my notes, yeah, I've got a whole list of stuff that I'm working on at any given time. Oh hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I've actually got a fair amount. Yeah, like I keep track on a checklist with all the stuff I have to do, and this is just for this month. And so every month I actually track what I'm doing with the different things, and I just check them off as I go. December, January, I stopped and completely rebuilt everything. So I had pictures and recycling, a whole bunch of stuff to set up. But like just going through, like, you know, glowstone bees, Indian bees, set up neon arm bee, netherite bees. It's just, you know, you'll get there eventually. Yeah, you'll eventually get there. It's no big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but you're in a good spot. Oh, look at that. All right. General purpose fermenting. We're going to need a sterilized petri dish, precious mega distillery tower. You know, I still didn't use the MTD or MDT. It's cool, but I can do what I need to do with regular distillery or regular distillation towers or dam goats if I need to. I can show you. I'm burned out on this anyway. So I had vacuum nukes. This is where they would go if they were still here, but they blew up. Right now, my main power. Actually just finished producing, but right now I've got water reactors or Naquita reactors. That's interesting. They're still going, huh? Oh, I'm sure they're still going. It didn't look like it was generating any power. Yes. And then my main power right now is this. So I'm generating steam power using I'm generating compact fusion. I'm using silver. Am I out of arsenic? I am out of arsenic. Huh. Well, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to need to do an arsenic bee. So this creates all my water. And then up here, these 5 create the superheated and supercritical steam to run my turbines. It's good for now. I guess we're going to have to breed an arsenic bee. Yeah, so more bee lab, no. And make a detour. I'm gonna need arsenic. We need a lot of arsenic. Arsenic queen. What do we got? A zinc drone and a silver drone. Or a zinc princess and a silver. Okay. Do I have silver? I do. Excellent. Advanced Butotron. You go in there. Do I have zinc? I happen to have a zinc princess. I don't. Okay. Well, so you get to see how I actually create bees. The fusion reactors, you mean? Or talking about nitrobenzene? Because I still use nitrobenzene. take my breeder template. I'm gonna poop out a couple of these. Oh, honestly, Steam is not bad. Once you get to the ability, like, you could do the solar towers. Solar towers are cool. They do require timing. They probably should be the personal dimension, which you've already got. Always daylight there. Hamcorp did a video on it, which is pretty good. You could use that. That generates CPM power, I think. Outside of that, for power, nitrobenzene's going to carry you a while, like a long while. Once you get the tree growth simulator, that really opens up nitrobenzene. And I'd stretch nitrobenzene into ZPM. If you do 2 extra large turbo turbines, you'll be able to throw adamantium alloy in them, and that will get you probably what you need. And then you can start investigating like helium, plasma, or power. You know, a couple of tier 1 fusion reactors or Mark 1 fusion reactors, running it into steam, I think works perfectly fine. You just gotta keep up with the distilled water production. Take 5 of these and hopefully, correct. Princess is not the rose. But steam is a perfectly acceptable way of generating power. There's a bit of a learning curve with it, but it's still pretty good. Let's see if we get lucky. I think arsenic? Probably. I have terrible RNG. If terrible RNG says the person who just got it on the first try. Shorter, slower, jungle, fertility 2, warm, normal. We get more than one though. Push my luck on this. Waste. Can't do anything with it. Okay, so I'm gonna do my 5 to see if I get what I need. Probably not, but it could be hopeful. Only has a 20% chance of generating a beam. Here we go. Get another one. Excellent. Two cones out. Dump them off. Princess. There. Yep. I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. Pull those out, throw those in there, throw that in there. Off. The capsules. acclimating to the climate. If you're wondering what we're doing. Humidity way up. Humidity way up. Now we're going to pull the sand in and do the same thing. 3. You can see it as it shifts down. Probably need a little bit more sand. Lava capsule. Flute cannon. Hey, Barney Lake, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We are not doing what we're supposed to be doing. I found out that I was running out of arsenic for my silver plasma, so I need to detour to bees. So, surprise, surprise, I gotta make bees. All right. Yep, it is Greg. Well, along with the, I'll do it later. Okay, more sand. Okay, which one of you didn't have the right? That's this one. I mean, speaking of marimbas, I'm listening to the chill hop version of the Final Fantasy XI soundtrack, so I'm definitely in a 2004 vibe right now. But yeah, we started to do the general purpose fermenting bacteria, and we got stuck. We're just going to go ahead and do this. Get this out of the way. I will run out of power gen, and that is a problem. This is the first time like really going through the bio lab because I have to get Xenazine, and I'm just like, this sucks. Let's acclimate all the bees. Sand first. One of these days I'm going to do this the right way and have it standard roll accelerators like I had before. We've actually got a couple of good detours though, so I'm actually not even mad about it. I found some recipes that I needed to bump up anyway. But I can see why people don't like to do Z to Z. I can definitely see that. for all of you viewers that have watched popular GTNH YouTuber, this might look a little familiar. I took his schematic from his world download and use it for my own nefarious purposes now. Water capsule. I could think of other things I would rather do with my time than Biolab, but you know, it's a little different. I think my humidifier is out of water. You're gurgling over there. Water, 256. 256. Let's go. Out of water? What? Oh. How am I out of water? What the devil? I'm off. Oh. I'm out of water. What the heck? What? I don't even have the words. Warp main? Where in the heck am I putting in water? Plant? Are you putting in water here? That's snow. That's good. What the heck? Where am I putting in water? Oh, this is a mystery. Molten glass. Nope. That's beam. That's soldering alloy. Oh, I love these random side quests. Where the heck would I be getting water? Where the heck am I getting water? Now that's a pickle. Where would I be getting water? Water. Because water has it has a thing, I thought. Yeah. It's getting put into the ME system from somewhere. But where? That's a damn good question. Where water? Well, fortunately, I have a plan for that. Where? I need one channel, 28 of 32 channels. All right. This is called the, we're just gonna send it. We're gonna send it right here. Put me there. Quantum tank. Quantum tank. It's called, I don't know where it is, but it's going to be here now. interface, loop, pump, a couple of UV pumps will do. Boop. Boop. Now do I have water? Yes. What a detour. I can't spell. Okay, now let's try 256 capsules. Oh, hey, look at that. What a detour. And I'm telling you. Pull out that. I'm going to need lava capsules. What a wild rush. I make ice. Wait, no, I don't need to make ice. That's 5-5. That's a 5-5. You and you have a baby. You're 4-5. All things like you're close enough to 5-5. You're a 5-5. Go up one, go up a lot. You need to go up a lot as well on the humidity. Either going to be humidity. What are you doing? Oh my god, it's Dance of the Jealous Dogs. You don't need to do anything. You can just sit in here. You're both 5-5s. Cool. You are both 5-5. You need the lava. You go in there. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying to make these 5-5 so when they breed at 5-5, which is this one. Nice. Europa ice. Acclimatize them with snowballs, ice, snowballs, huh? Also a 5/5. Okay, you need temp up. I need to redo this anyway. Set it up consistently with world accelerators. The fire's out of water. Five. Oh, all right. We have 5/5s. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. There's limited inventory space, although we can make one. Recycle this. Do a bunch of 5/5 drill. Anyway, today I don't need. I can use these 3. Go in and out. Okay, you're good. You're also good. Okay. Now we can go in here. So now essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed them. There you go. Okay, cool. You have perfect drones. That's what I need. So now we're going to turn that to always active. And now we're going to start eating some drones. Hopefully we get arsenic. Now we play RNGs. Nope. Nope. Now we're cycling in drones. Hopefully we'll be the same. 5, 3, 4, 5. Here. Oh, I already had a sample. Eh. How about that? We just did all that work for absolutely nothing. What does this have to go into? hydrochloric acid. We're gonna get 6 of these. There's so much in PAMs I need to, like... You never stop. I might actually redo the acclimatization thing. I don't need you now. Yep, alright. To the apiary. Oh. Alright, let's see arsenic codes. Okay, cool. Hydrochloric acid. Maybe this one is hydrochloric acid. Phosphoric acid. This one's hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Oh, cross elimination. It's the only other one left. Hydrochloric acid. Oh, I'm already processing. Okay, there you go. More proc. Bloop. All right. Are we sending an arsenic in any of these? We are. Okay, cool. Okay, back to BioLab. Clean room. Before we were so rudely interrupted by whatever the heck we were interrupted by. We needed to make a general purpose fermenting bacteria. And the way that we did that was with this. So we need the E. coli bacteria, which I think is here. What's the chance of this? 75%. So we should probably grab 4. Do these plasmids get consumed? Yes. Penicillin? How the heck? Boy. Okay. Well, Shoot. We're building another back. Bacterial vac. Okay. Input hatch. That requires distilled water, which I have plenty of. Docking input bus, which I also have plenty of. It requires sugar. Circuit 1. And it's going to need an output bus. There. Or rip it there. We need a fluid activity cover. Fluid detector cover. Need to be at 60%. We're going to need a fluid tank. Let's do a quantum tank while we're here. Put that way. We're going to need a machine controller. We're going to need a fluid regulator. Let's do LUV. That's going to do negative 15,000 over 20 ticks. Going to use the machine processing state. We're going to need some thread alloy wire. Wire that up. We're going to need a interface. Then need to hide it. We're going to need right the first time. UHV energy hatch. Good. UHV wire. That anymore? We don't do that anymore. Go. Time to wire up that. And we're going to need a or penicillin of all things. Or no, common yeast fluid. All right. Here we go. Yeah, everybody's favorite multi said no one ever. There's 1001 chance. Just gonna have to get a little faster. And then we gotta centrifuge that for penicillin. Yeah, ooh, I had one. Okay. Do we need common yeast fluid for anything else? Common yeast, common yeast. It's just this. I'm gonna do a multi on that one. Hey, Dead Dog, how's it going? We are exploring plastics through Curia. Yeah, that really is grade 6 food. You are absolutely right. Minecraft. Okay. Cool. I'm still in the same world I've been playing for the last, well, I'd rather not think about how many years. 2 years. 2 years into this mod pack. Oof, me. I've had that second burn. Talking input edge. We need penicillin. We need common yeast. And we need circuit 17. Boop, boop, boop. Down. Don't not put penicillin. Cherry blossom biome. Okay. Cherry blossom biomes are cool. I had one in my in the overworld for this. Helps if you hook up the damn thing to applied energetics, I hear. Try that again. Do I not have enough common yeast fluid? It output it. Can you tell it to output? Hey, there we go. Penicillin. Yeah, I had the biome that I'm in right now, my overworld base, that is, there was cherry blossom biome over here. Yeah. But their cherry blossom, because it's 1.7, doesn't drop the leaves. Lovely cherry blossom grove. Yeah, 1.7 didn't have quite the terrain generation, but GTNH put some of it in. Now the new version of GTNH I think does. That's in beta right now. Okay, I needed penicillin. What did I need penicillin for? This, a penicillin cell. Yeah, I'm still rocking 1.7.10. Penicillin. Oh, son of a bitch. Here. Use the wrong fluid cell. $10.24. Helps if you use the right kind of cell. Penicillin. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Now penicillin will show up here. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. 4. But it only takes 1 or 2. We're gonna gamble with our RNG here. Okay. Once more into the breach. Oh, son of... What? Okay, it needs the transformation module, it needs distilled water, it needs a penicillin cell, it needs a plasmoid sample flask, and it needs 2 petri dishes. There we go. Thought I did too. All right. So now what? I want to use the noise because it all becomes good electronic. Okay. What do we do with this? With all of that. Did we need that? We need it for this. Okay. The next tier plastic redox, or the next tier of SMD. Getting the xenazine stenosis culture is a bit tricky. The recipe is similar to the general purpose one. All recipes in this chain are probable. First step is to make the Barnarda culture. Didn't grab the saplings previously. Back. Recipe general purpose one. It's same recipe. Wow. This is a pain in the butt. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay. First off, let's start copying it. Copy the E. coli. So can you do that with a data orb? We can't pull the data orb in, can you? Yeah, need the data orb for general fermenting. Let's see, can we find the general fermenting? I don't know if you can actually get that. Do I have? Oh, I could just. I have a couple of filters. Yes, I'm using OBS. Yes, it sucks. Yeah, you can send me a screenshot. That's fine. I don't really do a whole heck of a lot with my microphone. I've got a couple of VST plugins that I'm running with it. I do know that. At least I was. 420. Yeah, it is 420. Yeah, you do. I actually don't know if my VST plugin is actually running. I don't think it is anymore. That might be why. Oh, audio filters, yeah. I have to remember where it is. Oh yeah, no, I have PBSer. What do I have? Woo. I don't have a gain plugin because my microphone I can just turn up the volume on if I really need to, which actually I need to turn up the gain on it anyway because it's not up high enough. Try that again. Okay, there we go. Oh, so you got the equalizer. I have the TDSer in it as well. Where did it go? Again. This doesn't want to run. That's fine. I'll dig around with it later. Yeah. It also doesn't help that I'm not close to my microphone. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. I appreciate it. All right. We need. What do we need? We need more of these general purpose fermenting bacteria. Juice. We do it in biolab. Work way backwards with that though. We could just build a bigger clean room. We could build a bigger clean room. We could create more E. coli. We could create more E. coli. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna use some more Bible. Well, you know what? A recipe found? How can you not find a recipe? Out of distilled water? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Will not be out of distilled water. Okay, I'm not out of distilled water. I'm out of distilled water from there. This is why I have 2 areas with distilled water. Get 34. Whew! Where am I making distilled water? This is the part of the game where Nova forgets where everything is. Where am I making water? Where am I making distilled water? That's... Oh, this is better. Well, this isn't good. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. Where am I making distilled water? That is weird. Where am I making distilled water? Huh. No distilled water is not overheating. That is a puzzler. Sure. Because it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be in this quadrant. It had to be in this northeast quadrant. Where the heck am I making distilled water? It's not going to be in there. Interesting. I don't actually know where I'm making distilled water. So that's fun. Yeah. No idea. That's fun. I'm not pumping it from a planet. Where the heck would I be making it? Where the heck am I making? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. Because there's no way that I'm making it over in my old base. Yeah, and I'm not. That's the funny thing. I've been playing this for two years. Where am I making? Because all of my base stuff is done. So this is my old base. But here, this is my new one, and I laid it out so I know where everything is. And apparently, I don't know where water went, and I don't know where distilled water went. So I'm confused. Where the heck am I getting it from? Well, I am going to take... I'm going to go over to the clean room, first of all. I'm going to dump off most of this stuff. Because I don't need it right now. And I'm going to do a thing. Requires creative mode. We're gonna zoop in a building, and I'm just gonna make a building for it. We're gonna call it the basics. It'll go right here because underneath I've got a different. Where are my power lines run? Here. I can run another here. Okay. Now we get to behold the power of the schematic. Modern factory. How about you move here? Now we're going to rotate this. Not that way. We rotate it on the y-axis. Now we just have to shift it. Turn on my chunk borders. Make sure we're aligned. We need to go that way. We are aligned on chunk boundaries there, but not here. But that's a base of 3, which is okay. Ooh. Okay, cool. That works. All right, that'll work. Okay, cool. Game mode 1. And fire up your printer. not going to look quite right, but I don't care. Great. Chromatica coming in handy again. And up. Yeah.
$100 for my snacks. Rice.
Well, that's it for snacks. Perfect. Okay. Just like that, we have a building. Okay. Did I miss anything? There's a couple of windows, but that's the copy paste thing that's not doing it right. That's everything. Honestly. A couple of little blocks here and there, but nothing terribly important. We'll go with that. Upload. We'll bring in power tomorrow for it. Ah, reverse the standing desk. Alright. Guess we gotta stand up. Right. Give me a minute anyway. I gotta pee. Oh, I'm back. We're gonna back into non-creative mode. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, what else can we do right now? So like I need to build, well, add it to the checklist, stuff to do. So now we've got another little building plopped in over there, which doesn't fit anything else, but for now, yeah, like, where the heck distilled water is coming from? It's passive, I know that. But darned if I know where it's coming from. Oof. There has to be a Dangote distillus taking. There has to be a Dangote distillus making. Do I have it buried somewhere and I'm just not paying attention to it? These are all LCRs. I could have sworn I had a building had all of that in it. Vacuum freezer for liquid air. Ah, hey, distilled water. Look at that. Look at that. I'm producing it from the reservoir hatch. What are you running at? ZPM, I bet? I bet you're running at ZPM. You're running at ZPM. Okay. Well, we solved one mystery. And that's the mystery of the where the hell did I put distilled water? No, once you get above 40, your joints start to go. Ask me how I know. Yeah, let's... What are you vacuum freezer? Liquid helium. Liquid helium. Okay. Well, that's good to know that at least I'm not completely stupid. What is this? What am I making here? This super glue? This, I think, is super glue. This is a super glue line. Which I don't really need anymore. How about arsenic? Did we finally come back up on arsenic? What? Where does arsenic ore come from? Mars, Phobos, Mercury, Titan, Barnard C, Vega B. Pulling from Vega B. You can space mine it with a tier 1 drone. You get a 25% chance of arsenic. You do it with a tier Mark II drone. What's the difference? Quicker. Quicker and wider. It takes IV there. That's not a bad. It's not a big deal. Mark 8 mine drone. What do you need? I'm not doing a media ritual, thank you very much. Mark of the Falling Tower is not something that I'm looking to enter today. Space mining is doable, even at 25 seconds at EV. I don't think that's a bad idea, but it does require plasma. Shit. Parallels. I can tell I just want arsenic, but I think I can flip with arsenic, honestly. But I have plenty of silver plasma. I mean, I've got plenty of silver plasma. I'm not hurting for it, that's for sure. Arsenic. mean, it's not. Terrible. It's not terrible. I think that's doable. I think it's still doable. Nitrobenzene. What are we doing on nitro? Wait. Who's running? Those are running. Okay. What are we doing on these turbines? 20%. I need to check my mainnet. How are we doing on diamond? We've got 1.9 million lithium, 121,000 infinity catalyst, 113,000 diamond, 3.4, no, 46,000 Lapatron dust. We are getting enough biocatalysts. Enough earth catalyst? No, bacterial sludge isn't running. I don't think it's running. It's not running. Oh, yep. I need to pull that out. Charge that. Okay, there we go. Let me get a compressed chest. No, I'm gonna need where is my lumber axe? Where is my lumber? Or Barnard to see. Reinforced too. Okay. You know, like I should probably just tomorrow, like in between work and shit, like get these bacteria things settled, because I will need a lot of xenon. I might as well do what I'm doing a bit earlier, just do it all day. Like I ain't got anything else going on for work. I can just set some of those recipes up just on. I will probably build a much bigger clean room and feed it 16 amps of power. A bunch of biolabs. Okay. That may actually be it. Music. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. Go cut down the next grove of trees. Could probably do the unbreaking by now. Gosh, why do you have Sweet Boy? I'm gonna probably stream for like another 15 minutes or so, and we are gonna pop out of here. I have to attend the first meeting. Now I've got a bunch of meat. Oddly amount of meat. Hamburger. I eat hamburger. Eat some of the salad though. Yeah, it's fine. Versus the main salad, so it might poison you.
Probably.
I just plug in all 25 bags of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're gonna be more focused.
And figure out a time that I'm gonna pull all of this shit out of the front and back bed, put all new mulch down. Kind of the plan. You know, when you're actually here. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
The mulch was only $2 a bag.
I'm not trying to be gone every weekend. I would rather have my weekends here, hanging around being a puppy. I'm gonna go to FWA and I'm like, society from first con I've been to con in Bedford.
Yep.
BFC's a con, but a con like this. By the way, but
I can tell you when it is. It is not. It is Halloween weekend. I certainly can't say anything about it when I'm on stream.
oh, Mom.
Because stat. See
I'm-
stat. It's fine. You're fine. You are fine. There's just certain things I can and can't say on stream. You are in fact a demigod. Alright, put that in there. Yeah, sure. Alright. This is actually surprisingly easy. Okay. You know what? We could probably do this. Oh, it needs unknown liquid. Come on. Wait, no. No. I have a known liquid. Warp again to sea. I have unknown liquid. I just gotta find the damn. Oh. Wait. I've already imported it, didn't I? much is it taking? I am out of money. Warp main. Because I can pump that thing. Right? Yeah, I can pump an that sucks. But I can pull it like from underground. I can in fact pull it from I get an infinite drilling rig. Infinite fluid drilling rig. Okay, yes I can because it runs at you. This might be a little. Well, no, it should be different. All right. 2,000 computation. That may actually be a problem. That is probably a problem. How much computation am I doing now? Turn that on. Oh, no, I'm doing 5,000. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, so for that, I need to research a fluid drilling rig 4. Fluid drilling rig 4. Blue steel gear. Steel? Yes. Blue steel. Did you make it? Okay. We might do the infinite fluid drilling rig just so I can get stupid freaking unknown liquid while I'm overnight. So we're gonna temporarily pause the fluid drilling rig 4. Yes. That should not take long. Anytime at all. Fluid drilling rig. Data stick, please. Data stick. Okay. Turn you on. You're in research station mode. It's what you should be in. I'm going to turn you on. Oof. It's going to take a minute. Terminal, pop that down. This terminal, assembly line 1. Okay, that's done. I make parts for that while I'm waiting. What am I missing? UHV field generators. Okay. This sucks. Also require UV field generator, of which I have a few ready. That will also require a data stick. That will also require that. Okay. We're at 3.5%. Okay. watch list. Lithium dust. I don't need to watch that. The dust is going lightly, but fast. I need to make more arsenic. So I can get space mining situated. Even though it's only 64. It is making a couple hundred at a time. It is making a couple hundred. But it's not enough to keep up with Mark III factor. Okay. Warpy Lab. Let's make 6 more. I have on this. LUV. So if I do 2 more acclimatizers. Getting lava button. Okay. What was it? 4 water, 2 lava. Two lava. How in the heck? That's what I want to know. How in the heck? Greenhouses have water. This green water. Oh, damn it. Oops. Okay, hey, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hope that these tips helped you out a little bit. LUV World Accelerator. Honestly, I could just from here. Like that. That also. And then I just loop them around. That would also. Like can insert from the top. For a crafting, you know, maybe. Ooh, excuse me. What? No. $244. 180. I'll take it. Where is my... There it is. Okay. We're gonna do something a little janky. Back to the B. $244, I think. Okay. So we're gonna do something a little janky. We're gonna turn that off for right now. They're gonna back up. And we're gonna throw them all into the network. We are throwing everything into the network right now. So much coming into the network now. Okay, it should all be empty now. Cool. Although, honestly, I think the mega apiary doesn't. Does it do anything other than combs? It does do industrial team and borax. But honestly, I can just shift that over. Honestly, dump this thing. And the stone combs, and the space combs, honestly. Now, beam processing is going to work overtime. Yeah, we've got millions of these combs now. So much fluorine. Millions of black plutonium. We're going to have so much black plutonium. We're talking about that. bedrockium, black plutonium, infused gold. Is gonna be a day. Reprocessing seaweed comb. Nothing. Stone, oily, infinity catalyst. This is gonna be going a lot. But that should bounce up my infinity catalyst. Phosphorus. Yeah. It's gonna back up energy combs, but I'm not worried about that, honestly, all things considered. That looks okay. That looks okay. We'll crank through it. It's a big time. Honestly, what can we do with this space? Oh, space combs are like gone, right? Yeah, honestly, space combs are already gone. And stone combs, like what do stone combs produce? Soapstone, or really don't need any of it. I can just strip this off. I can't ship it fast enough. Even with shipping it into the recycler at full speed. Well, close to full. A lot of these are full. What is the question? These wither skeleton bone chips I don't need. 400,000 Eternium. Huh? Shall we go check on our science lab? Go processing? I'd say 25%. 31%. Well, we went later than I thought we would. Let me see if there is energy. Urban is the same. Ah, third stream. We're gonna go ahead and raid Coach String. So yeah, we've actually got a bit accomplished with Xenazine tonight. So I consider that pretty overall win. 2.9. But anyway, we're gonna go raid them. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate everything, and please be kind to each other, and we'll get through this together. Thanks for stopping by and watching me fumble around with Xenazine. I will eventually get it, I hope. 2.5% chance. Certainly hope so. But anyway, take care, good night, and I'll see you in the next one.